Namaste, my dear children. I hope you all are staying fine at home. Garima Guruma is here with a new topic. Today, we are going to learn chapter 3, that is multiplication. The sign of multiplication resembles to an X, or we can say the symbol of cross. Let's take a quick recap of what we have done in our previous classes. We have done chapter 1, that is place value, and chapter 2, addition and subtraction. Children, if you have any confusion, any problem in these two chapters, you can contact to your Guruma. Let's see what we are going to cover today. Today's topics are multiplication as repeated addition, properties of multiplication, multiplication by one-digit number, and multiplying horizontally. Let's go for it. Oh wow, there is a brain teaser. So the question is, if Emmy had 3 cats and each one had 4 legs. I repeat, if Emmy had 3 cats and each one had 4 legs, how could we find out how many legs all the cats had? So what we are going to do here? We have to find out that how many legs the cats have altogether. So I will tell you one way to find it out. So these are the cats here. The first cat has 4 legs. We will add 4 legs to second cat's legs, the legs of second cat. So the second cat again has 4 legs. We will add it with the legs of third cat. So we have 3 cats and each cat had 4 legs, right? So what we are going to do here, we are adding the legs. 4 legs plus 4 legs plus 4 legs equals to 12 legs. So how many legs all the cats had? 12 legs. What we have done here? We have added 4 3 times. We have added 4 3 times. We call this method repeated addition. What we call this method? Repeated addition. Repeat means to do it again and again, to do the same thing again, right? And addition is the sum. So what we have done here? We have added 4 legs plus 4 legs plus 4 legs. We have repeated the addition. So this method is called repeated addition. Now we have one more way to find it out. So let's see the cats again. So one cat has 4 legs. And how many cats are there? 3 cats are there. So we can multiply 4 by 3. So there are 4 legs each cat had. And there are 3 cats, right? So we can do 4 legs multiply by 3 cats. So 4 multiply by 3 equals to 12 legs. Very nice. So 4 threes are 12. So the answer is 12 legs. Now what do we call these numbers? So children, this 4 and 3, the numbers which we are multiplying all together, they are called factors. Here the 4 and 3 are the factors, right? And the answer, that is 12, we call it product. So we can say the answer of multiplication is called a product. We call this method multiplication. What do we call this method? Multiplication. Remember children, multiplication is repeated addition. As we have done this addition 3 times, we have repeated this addition 3 times in our previous slide. 4 legs plus 4 legs plus 4 legs, right? So it is repeated addition. Now what we are doing? We are multiplying 4 by 3 and we are getting the same answer. This is called multiplication. Children, there are some properties of multiplication. As we have properties in addition, we had properties in subtraction. The same way we are having properties of multiplication. So the first property of multiplication says numbers can be multiplied in any order. The product remains the same. I repeat, numbers can be multiplied in any order. The product remains the same. Let's understand it with one example. So there are 4 rows and 3 columns, right? There are 4 rows and 3 columns. We can write it 4 multiplied by 3 equals to 12. 4 threes are 12, right? The same way, if we do it like there are 4 columns and 3 rows now, right? In the first picture there are 4 rows, but in the second picture there are 3 rows. In first picture there are 3 columns, but in the second picture there are 4 columns, right? So how do we write it here? We will write it 3 multiplied by 4. Now we are doing 3 multiplied by 4. So 3 fours are 12. The answer is same again. So have you noticed what I have done here? I have just flipped the digits. So in the first I have done 4 multiplied by 3 and I got the answer 12. And in the next I have done 3 multiplied by 4 and the answer is again 12. So it proves the first property that numbers can be multiplied in any order. The product remains the same. Very good, Beta Ji. Let's go to second property. Properties of multiplication. Property 2, that is second property. Second property says the factors can be grouped in any way. The product remains the same. I repeat, the factors are the number which we are multiplying to get an answer, right? This we have already learned in our previous slide. So the factors can be grouped in any way. The product remains the same. Let's take an example for this. Here we are having 4 blocks, 3 ice creams and 3 cats. So first we are multiplying 4 and 3, right? You can see the brackets there. 4 multiplied by 3. So 4 threes are 12. 4 threes are 12. Very nice. Now we will multiply 12 and 3. Okay. So when we multiply 12 and 3, we get the answer 36. 12 threes are 36. So we are getting the answer 36. Now Beta Ji, what I am doing here, I have just flipped the order. I have changed the grouping, right? So what I have done here now we have 3 cats. We have to multiply them with 3 ice creams and we will multiply the answer with 4 blocks, right? So 3 multiplied by 3 equals to 9. 3 threes are 9. Very good. And now we will multiply 9 with 4. So 9 fours are, the answer is again 36. So have you noticed what I have done? In the first picture, I have done 4 multiplied by 3 equals to 12 and 12 multiplied by 3 equals to 36. But in the second picture, I have changed their grouping. In the second picture, we are doing 3 multiplied by 3, that is 9. And 9 multiplied by 4 equals to 36. So here the second property is proved that the factors can be grouped in any way. The product remains the same. Very nice. Let's go further. Here the third property of multiplication. When a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. I repeat beta ji, when a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. Let's take an example. 6 multiplied by 1 equals to 6. 23 multiplied by 1 equals to 23. The same way, if you multiply any number, any of the number with 1, you will get the answer as the number itself. So this is the third property. When a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. Now we are on fourth property of multiplication. The fourth property says when a number is multiplied by 0, the product is 0. We can take any number of the world. We can take any smaller number, bigger number or the biggest number. But when we multiply a number with 0, the product is always 0. So when we are doing 6 multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. When we are doing 23 multiplied by 0, the answer is again 0. So this 0 has this impact. It can make any number 0 if we multiply this to any number, right? So when a number is multiplied by 0, the product is 0. Let's do multiplication by a one-digit number. Children, we are having an example of a number 379 multiplied by 7. I will tell you how to solve it. We will solve it stepwise. Step 1. First, we have to write the places. Children, remember, do not start solving a sum without writing the places over it, right? So here we have the number 379. So 9 will be placed under ones, 7 will be placed under tens and 3 will be placed under hundreds, right? And now we are multiplying it with 7. So 7 ones, right? So we will write it like this, 379 multiplied by 7. Let's start solving it. First, we have to multiply 7 with 9. 7 multiplied by 9. So let's take the table of 7. 7 nines are 63. Very nice. 7 nines are 63. So what we are going to do here? In 63, which digit is there? Which number is there? Ones. And which number is tens? Very good. 3 stands for ones and 6 stands for tens. So we will write this 3 under ones and 6 will be carry over under tens. Very nice, beta ji. Let's go to second step. Now we have already done the multiplication at ones place. Now we will multiply the tens place. So which number is there on the tens place? 7. 7 multiply by 7. Or we can say 7 sevens are. 7 sevens are 49. Very good. 49. And 49 plus we have 6 as carryover. 6 tens is carryover. So 49 plus 6, 55. Now since this is under tens digit, so where we have to write the 5? Under the tens digit. And carry over 5 will be there on hundreds place. Very nice. Now we are going to step number 3. In step number 3, we will multiply the hundreds. Since we have done the multiplication with ones and tens already, now we will do the multiplication with hundreds place, right? Which number is there at hundreds place? It is 3. Now 7 multiply by 3, or we can say 7 threes are 21 and we have carry over 5. So 21 plus 5, 26. Very nice. We have 26. So we will write 6 in hundreds place and 2 will come at the thousands place, right? So beta ji, we call this method as vertical method or column method. Whenever they are asking you to multiply it in column method, you will use this method, right? Let's go further. We are having the same process again, multiplication by a one digit number, but now this example is having 4 digits. 4 digit means we have to place them under ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. Very nice. Now we are going to solve it stepwise again. So there is step 1. First, what Guruma has done? Guruma has written the numbers under the places. Ones, tens, hundreds and thousands, right? And we are going to multiply it with 5. So in the first we will take the ones place. 5 multiply by 8, or we can say 5 eights are. So 5 eights are 40. In 40, which number will come at ones place and which at tens place? Very nice. 0 will come at ones place. So we will write 0 at ones place and we will carry over 4 at tens place. Very nice, beta ji. Now we are going to do step 2. So in step 1 we have already multiplied 5 with the ones number. Now we will multiply 5 with the tens number, the number which are there on the tens place. Now 5 multiply by 3, right? So 5 multiply by 3, we can say 5 threes are, okay? 5 threes are 15, and 15 plus we have carry over 4. So 15 plus 4, 19. Now from the 19, the 9 will be placed there under tens and 1 will be carried over to hundreds place. Very nice, bacha. Now we are going to step 3. In step 1 and 2, we have already multiplied the ones and tens digits, right? Now we are going to multiply hundreds digit. So which number is there under 100? 4. So what we have to multiply now? 5 multiply by 4, or we can say 5 fours are. 5 fours are 20, and there is 1 carry over. So 20 plus 1, 21. So from 21, 1 will be placed there under 100, right? And 2 will be carried over to thousands place. Very good, beta ji. Now we are going to step 4 and the final step. Yeah. So we have already multiplied the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place. Now we will multiply the thousands place. So which number is there? 1. So what we have to do? 5 multiply by 1. 5 ones are 5, and 5 plus 2, 7. So 7 we will write under the thousand place. So what is our answer? It is 7190. So the answer of 1438 multiplied by 5 equals to 7190. Very nice, beta ji. Again, this method is called vertical method or column method. Children, now there are one more method, that is horizontal method. Here we have to multiply 326 by 3. So first let us see how we can put them under the places. When we put 326 under the place value system, we see 6 under ones, 2 under tens and 3 under hundreds. Now we are going to multiply it by 3. Very nice. So first what we will do? We will multiply 6 ones with 3. Okay. So when we do this, we get the answer 18 ones. 3, 6 are 18. 18 ones. So in 18 ones, how many ones and how many tens are there? So there are 8 ones and 1 tens. 8 we will write here at the ones place. Okay. And 1 10 will be carried over to tens place. Very nice. Now we'll do step 2. Now we will multiply it with the tens place. So which number is there at the tens place? 2. We will multiply 2 tens with 3. So it is 3 twos are 6. So 6 tens plus 1 tens was the carried over. 6 plus 1, 7 tens. So we will write 7 at the tens place, right? And the final step is we will multiply 3 with hundreds place. So which number is there at the hundreds place? 3. So 3 hundreds multiply by 3. 3 threes are 9. So 9 we will put at hundreds place. So the answer will be 978. Very nice, bacha. Better remember, whenever you have to solve horizontally or you have to do multiply it in horizontal method, you need not to put them in columns. You will not put them in the columns. You will solve the sums horizontally only, right? So let's take the next example. Find 1426 multiplied by 4. So we'll again do the same thing, right? In the previous example, we were having 3 digits. It was ones, tens and hundreds. Now we are having 4 digits. It is ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. So till step 3, it will be the same as we have already done. So let's take a quick recap. 6 is at ones place. 4 6 are 24. There 4 will be at ones place and 2 will be carried over to tens, right? Now 4 twos are 8. 8 plus 2, 2 was carried over 10, right? 10 tens. So 0 will be there at the tens place and 1 will be carried over to hundreds place, right? Now the third step is we'll multiply the hundreds. 4 fours are 16 and 16 plus 1 carried over 17. So in 1700 the 7 will be at hundreds place and 1 will be carried over to 1000, right? Now we'll multiply 1000 place. 4 ones are 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 we will write at the thousands place. So the answer will be 5704. Very nice. So this method is called multiplying horizontally or the horizontal method. Children, I hope you have understood each and everything which I have taught you through this presentation very well. If you have any confusion at any point in any exercise or in any sum, any concept, what you can do? Yes, you can write your query, you can record your query and you can send a WhatsApp to your Guruma or to Garima Guruma. We are very happy to help you all. Thank you, my dear children. Stay safe, stay home. Namaste.